Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Cleveland Guardians. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Cleveland Guardians.
So almost ready to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Tanner Bybee.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? This is
Leading
Bryce
off tonight for
Terang.
Milwaukee, the second baseman, Bryce Terang.
Line drive, hauls it in, one away. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Jackson Chourio, batting with one down, takes a strike. And that is out of play. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Christian Yelich, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Bybee, 26 years old, and he was a fifth-round pick in 2021. 2 outs. Right through there for a strike. Yelich tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Swing and a chopper out to short. Over to first. Yelich out on the play. And Milwaukee is set down in order. Brewers go down quietly. Now the Guardians will get their shot. Still scoreless. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Cleveland. And today's starter, Freddie Peralta. How about a scouting report on him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball one. Slider misses outside.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. Full count now. This one chopped up the middle. Ortiz. Now the throw to first on the run. Pretty nice play there.
Batting second.
Here's the Guardians lineup now.
Jones.
Now here's Nolan Jones. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. One out, bases empty. In the air, left side. Brings it in, and there's two down.
Batting third, the third baseman, Jose.
Two outs, bases empty.
Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. And a foul ball. That one
ball,
way inside.
2 strikes. Nope, outside.
2 outs, base is empty.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's a base hit. So 2 down. And now here is Kyle Manzardo. Outside with a breaking ball. Foul ball there. Throw over to first, but it's wide of the bag and gets away. Out towards right center field. Frelick after it. Makes the catch, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Guardians. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's William Contreras. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Bybee back to work. That one hammered, but pulled foul. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris. And it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup. And I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
And it gets by him. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 10, Sal Frelick.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the center fielder, Sal Frelick. And that's in for a strike. Man at second. And that one lifted in the air center field. He's got it. 1 down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And here is Hoskins. That one's in there. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to Sundberg, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
1 out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ball 2.
In the dirt.
2-2 the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Now here's Jake Bauers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one wrapped foul. Contreras at second with 2 down. Hard hit left side. On to first.
He's out.
And that is the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
The first baseman, Carlos Santana.
In the air out towards right center. Frelick has a beat on it. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Batting 6th, the second baseman, Gabriel.
Now it's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. That one misses. 1-0. Peralta, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there.
The
really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Angel Martinez will hit next. That's out to center field. Frelick has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 8th, the catcher, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. And Chris, his big strength is defense. But it is interesting, in today's world of baseball compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
That's outside, and that's ball 1. I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page, and that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's too high.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him.
2 outs. Late swing, foul to the left. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Second inning here, no score. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So one hit is all they get. We played 2 full, no score. Back now at
Leading
Progressive Field. The batter will be the shortstop, Joseph Ortiz. Just missed. And that drops in for a strike. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. 1 up, 1 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Here's the rookie third baseman. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Top of the third, no score. This one in the dirt. This one popped up. Rocchio hauls it in for the out.
The batter, the left fielder, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Out in front and foul to the left side.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Here in Cleveland, as we go to the last of the third. Here's Brian Rocchio.
Rocchio.
And that one fouled off. On the ground. Into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So the batting order turns over. Stephen Kwan now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. On the ground, 2 ball. Turang over to first in time. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Hit in the air, center field. Turang sizes this one up and makes the grab. 2 down. Here's Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ramirez.
Swing and a ball popped up. He makes the grab, and that's the inning. Guardians leave 1, and we are still scoreless. Back here in Cleveland, out of the fourth, and now it'll be Christian Yelich. Yelich, in his 12th season, 33 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, these Brewers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Stays alive. That's to third. Ramirez tosses across to first. Yelich is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
William Contreras getting ready to hit, and he's already singled in this game. Fought off foul. Into center. Makes a nice running catch. 2 away now.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Frelick at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
The count.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that skips in the dirt.
2 strikes.
4th inning underway, no score. The other way, and it goes just foul. Swing and a ground ball. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No play, that's an infield single.
The first baseman, number 12, Rhys Hoskins.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Struck out swinging his first time. Smoked on the ground a second. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Kyle Manzardo. Pitch misses. And that is ball one.
You know, these Guardians, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
So in now for Cleveland, Carlos Santana. And a big swing and a miss.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
That one not close.
2 strikes.
And that's ball one. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. Didn't go. Swung on. Popped up on the infield. Hoskins puts it away for the out. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. That one fouled off. There's a strike up high. And the count is 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Guardians fail to score. And we're still knotted at 0. New inning getting started. Up now for Milwaukee, Jake Bauers. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake.
Ortiz stands in now and watches strike one. Line drive. And base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The batter, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman. A single his first time. That clips the zone. Strike one. Way out front for strike two.
No ball,
Ortiz, the base runner at first with 1 out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Terang stands in here, takes ball one low. Two outs. Swinging a foul out of play. The pitch. Here goes the runner. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're at the top of the fifth. Checks over to first. Back safely. And now it's 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. And we still have no score. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And now the center fielder, Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez.
Peralta back to work. That one missed.
You know, these Guardians just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Swinging a foul straight back. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering upstairs.
1-1.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And that one is out of here. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's 1-0.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Base is empty, one away. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Left field, Chourio. And there's 2 down.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
The left fielder.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. 0 for 2 in this one. Out to short. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Solo shot for the Guardians this inning. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Here in Cleveland, stepping in, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. Kwan going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, designated hitter, Christian Yelich.
Here comes Christian Yelich. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and a base hit right there. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So here's the cleanup hitter, William Contreras. 1 for 2. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. On the ground to third. Fair ball. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Turned on it nicely, definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Digging in, Sal Frelick. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
2 on, 1 out, and fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Yelich, the lead runner at second. Contreras at first. 1 gone. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The 0-2. On the ground, right side. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. Now it's off his glove as the slider gets away from him.
Great anticipation after the secondary lead, and sometimes you can't tell how far away it gets from that catcher, but because it was towards the first base dugout, easy read.
Swing and a grounder, foul first base side. And a swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Well, we go bottom 6. Stepping up for the Guardians. Nolan
the right
Jones.
Fielder, Nolan Jones.
Ball 1, no strike.
All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. All right, give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. In there at the knees for a strike.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that one almost got him.
That's a ball.
The 2-1. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, Do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%. Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leyland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Kyle Manzardo, the next to hit. Peralta with a move to first. And he's back in on a dive. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Ripped to third and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
And here is Carlos Santana. And Cleveland on top 1-0. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
To the right side. Glove side, but it gets through. Around second is Ramirez. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Up next for the Guardians, the second baseman.
Now, Gabriel Arias.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Cleveland up a run, looking for more. Tap foul at the plate. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Out to short, Ortiz. Zips it across. That ends the inning. Guardians strand a couple, but they lead it 1-0. Back here in Cleveland, top of inning number 7. Up now for Milwaukee, Jake Bauers. Bounce to Santana. And he takes it himself for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Shortstop
Joseph Ortiz. Up now for the Brewers. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Back to the mound. He's got it. The throw to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, the third baseman, Caleb Durbin.
Now the third baseman. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Right through there for a strike.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths. Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers, and it remains 1-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Nick Mears.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Mears.
Well, one-run game, so in now for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. And it's fouled away. Mears measures 6 feet 2 inches, 200 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Line to left. It gets down. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Bo Naylor. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Jarred Koenig, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Hyams also throwing. Martinez on at first. Nobody out. And there's a foul ball. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. That one missing inside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Shortstop, Ryan.
First and second, no outs. Now here is Brian Rocchio. He is singled and he is flied to left. Foul ball there. First and second, no outs. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one in the air center field. Frelick has a beat on it. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Up next for the Guardians, the left fielder,
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And that drops in for a strike.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
First and third, one down. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one is inside. Two on, 2 outs. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
Strikes.
Stays alive. Two on, 2 outs. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Next offering upstairs. That one ripped. Down the line, and it's foul.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Line drive, base hit. In to score from third. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
First and second, 2 outs. Ramirez will hit next. First pitch, and he just misses. Lifted in the air, right center field. Frelick after it. He's got it. That is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now at Progressive Field. We go to the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang.
Bryce.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Emmanuel Clase.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. Hit on the ground to the right side. Steps on first for the out. That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
So up next, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And a strike in there. Clase, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Popped up. Ramirez settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 down, base is empty. And now it's Christian Yelich. 1 for 3. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And a foul ball.
Well, pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
This is something else. Running that pitch count up, I can't imagine how frustrating it must be for the pitcher to have so many good pitches spoiled off like this.
Now he breaks his bat, and that'll do it. Three up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Abner Uribe.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo.
The designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
That pitch gets the corner, and it's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Jared Koenig, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Anderson also getting ready. Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Next for the Guardians, the first baseman, Carlos.
And up next for Cleveland, Carlos Santana. Popped up left side. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right
The
there.
batter,
I think he
number
tried to do a
13,
little bit too much.
second
Sometimes those
baseman,
eyes can get really
WL.
big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel Arias. And that misses. Ball 1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw. Got him. A beautiful play to end the inning.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
We go to the ninth. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. Clase back to work. Just off
out.
the outside edge. 1-0. There's a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a great slider right there, and I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
One down, base is empty. And takes low for ball 1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Now
so last chance for the Brewers. Next for Milwaukee, Rhys Hoskins. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Hoskins pushes it foul. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
The Brewers down to their final strike. And now 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Chop to third, but it kicks foul. Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that is the ball game.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.